Hello and welcome. So I am going to take a look at the Times Cryptic Quintagram, and this is being published on Thursday the 28th of August 2025. So it's, as usual, 5 cryptic clues in a nice Arial font, and the letters down here which go in there. I try not to look at the clues, but I have seen the name Steven Spielberg in there somewhere, so but I have no idea what that relates to. I try not to think about these things, even if I do see things. You can pause the video now and have a look at those clues, see if you can solve any of them. I'm going to reset the timer and crack on. Spike Lee, okay, directors then. Initially excellent. Spike Lee. Steven Spielberg's Emitting Chance. That's evens. Haircut left, Lumet, Sidney Lumet. Reeling, haircut. It's an anagram of Lumet, isn't it? With an L. I can't think what haircut that would be. Thwarting Ford. John Ford. Father of Henry Ford and I think. Not Henry Ford, maybe. I don't know. John Ford. Thwarting Ford. Ford's a car. Ford must be do with rivers, mustn't it? And then quietly Scorsese, Martin Scorsese. Scorsese is 8 with a P. Changing methods are processes. Okay. Spike Lee, I think it must be initially is that an alpha? L. Spike is a. That's an L for Lee, and then so there's an L there, so 3 L's. Got those in there. That must be an anagram of Lumet, mustn't it? Lumet. With an L for left. Again, may not be thinking what that is. Thwarting Ford. Thwarting suggests an ing. There's an ing down there. Crossing. Yes, crossing is a Ford, which means that's lace. Yeah, that makes sense. Which means I've just got to figure out, I think, lace. Spike, lace. Not sure about. Oh yeah, spike a drink. So my haircut. Mullet. There we go. 149. Good time. Right, let's go through. So trying to do the puzzle and trying to identify the directors as I went along. So yeah, Spike Lee, famous black director, did lots of films in the. Well, he still does films now, but yeah, particularly famous for Do the Right Thing, and some films in the 90s. I can't remember. She's Got to Have It and other things. So anyway, the clue is Lee initially is an L, excellent is ace, and to spike something, spike a drink, you might be lacing it. Steven Spielberg contains the hidden word evens. Admitting is your hidden word indicator, and evens is a chance. Horse racing odds, for example. I don't think I need to know anyone who Steven Spielberg is. Haircut is a mullet, which is one of those haircuts where it's relatively short on top and then it just scraggly down the back. Big 80s haircut, coming back I think actually these days. Got L for left and an anagram, so got an anagram of L for left and Lumet. Reeling is your anagram indicator. I can't really remember anything about Sidney Lumet other than his name. Probably around the 50s and 60s, I would say. Thwarting is crossing, so yeah, so thwarting in the sense of where crossing is two people in oppositional stance, so to speak, coming across each other, thwarting each other, and a ford is a river crossing. I'm trying to remember, is it Henry Ford? John Ford, Henry Ford? I think I said it originally. Anyway, I think Ford did The Outsiders, and he was very famous director of the 40s and 50s, who I can't remember. So there we go. And then finally, Martin Scorsese is things like Mean Streets and Taxi Driver, I think. Quietly is a P, and then we've got an anagram of Scorsese for the rest of which is anagram indicator changed, and methods are processes. So there we go. Note to self, do not try and explain who they are while trying to explain the puzzle. Next time, go through them later. Thanks for watching.